Good morning. We're ready to go on another edition of Across Louisiana, Acadiana Style, as always brought to you by Melojoy, the original Cajun coffee. We're taping this morning on a dark, gloomy, sideways rain morning, and Kyron Miner braved it to come in. She's with Women Foundation. Thank you so much for dodging that lightning to come be with us today.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Okay, well, we dried you off and we're ready to go. You look great.
Thank you.
For those not familiar, Women's Foundation, talk about it.
Well, we provide community education programs for the community, and our mission statement is, of course, to promote the total well-being of women and their families. So that's what we're trying to do.
Okay, well, I know you came here to talk about some summer programs specifically for teens. Teens with Life Choices, I think y'all call it TLC. Tell us all about that.
Yes, our TLC program. It is for girls ages 12 to 14. It is a 2-day program. We go over the 6 most important decisions you'll ever make, which is actually a book, a popular book by Sean Covey. It's a very informal class, and in this class we talk about friends, dating, addictions, self-worth, parents, school, and it gives the girls an opportunity to really express how they feel and, you know, whatever it is that they would like to say.
Well, I would say, you know, you're at a crossroads at that age, you don't realize it, and you don't really want to talk about these things with your parents. It's just not a natural thing. So talk about the environment a little bit, about how y'all get them to open up.
Well, like I said, it's really casual, you know, and they get comfortable and they talk to us, and I find that they think that, you know, talking to a stranger is easier than talking to mom or dad, so.
Yeah, I would, from having raised 3 children, I would agree with that statement.
Oh yeah, you know, huh?
Right. Well, let's segue into your Safe Sitter summer program that with some training for folks.
Yes, we have a session that kicked off today. It is a 2-day program as well. Safe Sitters for kids ages 11 to 13. Boys and girls are welcome to attend that program. And as we always say, safe sitters today, better parents tomorrow.
Right, so I'm sure it covers everything from the safety of the children to what to do in an emergency and that sort of thing as well. Huh?
Yes, we cover all those things. They also learn CPR tactics, what to do in the case of an emergency, everything that you can possibly think of. So. And they get a book to actually go home with in case they want to review. They get a little card at the end saying they're certified safe sitters. So it's a really neat program.
That is great. I know that I was telling you earlier, in my neighborhood, we have our own website for the association, and that is the toughest thing to find, is a quality babysitter in the neighborhood. So
yeah.
Great skill to have.
Yeah.
All right, your puberty series classes, talk a little bit about those.
Yeah, well, it's a 3-series program. Our first one is, of course, Body Talk. It's from ages 9 to 11. It just goes over the basics, how your body's changing, what to expect during those changes, and letting the kids know that, hey, this is normal. And that also opens the doors for them to go home and ask questions and feel more comfortable to do so.
Yeah, we had an issue with one of my children with acne, and they would not listen to anything I was telling them about how to deal with acne. So I just said, well, let's go to the pediatrician, who said the exact same thing, but
right.
Suddenly an expert telling them.
Yeah, because you haven't been through that before, right?
No.
Yeah.
No. Okay, well, we appreciate you telling us all about this. Folks are going to know how to sign up and how to get a hold of you. Give us that contact info, please.
Yes, of course. They can register for any of these programs on our website, which is www.womansfoundation.org, or they can call us at 337-988-1816.
Thanks for your time, and please stay dry leaving us today.
Oh, I
Appreciate
hope so.
Okay.
Thank you.
We're going to show you the people that make this programming possible. They are the original Cajun coffee. They are Melojoy. Take a look.
We think Melojoy coffee is pure joy. We love to drink it every day, all day long. We think that most people in Acadiana do as well. So it's just a little play on our French heritage. The pure joie is something we look forward to each and every day as we get up and get moving. You know, being founded right here in Lafayette, Louisiana back in the 30s speaks to a lot of tradition that we have here in this part of the world. And it's exciting to be here and be part of the food culture that we have here. I've gotten to participate in the last couple of years in food discussions put on by the Chamber of Commerce and a lot of different things, talking about how popular Louisiana foods are, and especially Cajun food. So we like to think that we add a little bit of spice to those discussions as well. Coffee is the most consumed beverage on the planet other than water. We've got a large market out there that we can penetrate. And people do drink it now just about all day long. They start in the morning with it, and they drink it through midday through lunch, and then maybe some decaf at dinner time. And that's the fun part about it, is we like to experiment with a lot of different types of roasts. And we're into new packaging nowadays with single serve cups, so that you can just make that 1 cup of coffee at night if you'd like, or you can still buy the traditional bag and make it throughout the day, a pot at a time. We buy on certain graded beans only. First off, all of our coffees are made from 100% Arabica beans. That's what we choose to make our coffees with. We like to use Brazilians. It's a stronger bean than a Colombian, we think, and it makes our coffee unique. We want to be different. We don't want to taste just like somebody else. And we only buy the very high grades, the extra hard beans, so that we get a very full-bodied flavor out of our coffees. We buy the top 1% in the world. So we're not a inexpensive coffee. We would be classified as a gourmet coffee on the shelf. If you go to the grocery stores and look, we are in the gourmet section a lot of times. And we take a lot of care in picking those beans out. We test every bag that comes in. We sample every bag that comes in. We roast them in small batches, and we cup them right here in the facility every time before a new run goes out to the supermarkets or to offices. All of our packaging, whether it's the small frac packs that go into the restaurants and offices or the 12-ounce bags that go on the shelf, all have a one-way valve in them to allow gases to escape, but doesn't allow air in. So the packaging stays fresh on the shelf for up to a year without any noticeable change at all in the coffee. We've been asked by a few people to develop a line of coffees for them. The first people that approached us were the Duck Commander folks, the Robertson family of the Duck Dynasty TV show fame and the Duck Commander Duck Call products. They wanted to venture into the food world because their mantra is faith, family, and food. And so they contacted us to do coffee for them. So we came up with a few different roasts for them. Some really neat packaging. Obviously got some camo on there. You got to have camo if you're going to do something with those guys. We did a line of single serve cups in hot chocolate for Uncle Si. He's kind of the crazy uncle in the TV show, and kids love him. He's probably the #1 celebrity in the family for the kids. And so we did a hot chocolate in the single serve cups for him, so it's really neat. And we've got a couple of coffees out in 12-ounce bags, and we also did them in single serve cups that you can find in the grocery stores throughout Louisiana, Texas, Arkansas, all the way up into Oklahoma, Missouri, over into Mississippi and Alabama as well. So anybody out there that drinks, if their company drinks a lot of coffee, or if they have an idea to sell a lot of coffee somewhere, I mean, we would love to do a private label for them. That's what we're basically doing for the university. We're working with a few other universities as well to develop private labels for them. It's a great source of income for the universities, but there's a couple of corporations that have also contacted us recently about doing private labels for them, where we put their company logo on the coffee that's served every day in their locations. If you want any information on any of our products, you can go to www.melojoy.com, or you can give us a call at 337-264-7195. Whoever answers the phone, we'll be glad to take care of you, answer any questions you may have.
We're going to take a quick time out. When we come back, our very own Jeremy Terrio will be here to talk about Cox Conserves, and you can help the community. Stay with us.